Hello everyone. In this video, we'll go over all the strategies that I used to accumulate enough currency so I could buy a mirror. So, how did I make the currency? At the beginning of this challenge, I decided to farm all natural breachstones. The prices for the scarabs and the sextons were super cheap in comparison to the Chayula sextons and all the other current currency making strategies. This was my Atlas tree, as you can see, pretty straightforward when it comes to breach, probing for weakness, evolving hives. And since I'm farming Ulnatul, I took Freed from Flesh, Call of Jeshula, Power Struggle, Within Their Grasp, Eve of Invasion, and Otherworldly Artifacts. I decided to mix in Harbingers and Tormented Spirits for additional currency gains. Pretty straightforward. Ominous Arrival, Unspeakable Offensive, and First Wave. Tormented Spirit nodes were Seance and Unrelenting Torment. And to support all of this, I took Shrine and Nico nodes, Duplication to guarantee a Shrine, Drawn to Power, Syncretism, and I took this Nico node here. This just improves my survivability, my damage capabilities, and my movement speed. Pretty cool node. And the Scarabs and Sextons that I used for the strategy were a Sulfite Scarab to guarantee Nico on my map so I can get the buff. If I had missions, I would swap out the Sulfite Scarab for a Gilded Reliquary Scarab to add more unique items to my map. Gilded Divination Scarab, pretty straightforward. Gilded Harbinger Scarab and a Gilded Breach Scarab, of course. The sections that I decided to take were these. Harbingers in your maps drop additional currency shards, really nice. Your maps contain packs with rare monsters. The section is pretty cheap and it also lets me run reflect maps. Breaches in your maps belong to Ulnatul, pretty self-explanatory. We want Ulnatul on our maps, and your maps contain 2 additional breaches. I tested this strategy on dunes and cemetery maps, and after some testing I came to the conclusion that the dunes maps performs better with this strategy. So I stuck to this map until the end. I also found out that I could make a fortune by buying Ulnatul blessings and turning regular breachstones into flawless breachstones. As you can see, this is the current price for a Ulnatul's breachstone. Prices were a bit different a week ago, but that's what it is. Currently paid 210 for that. A blessing of Ulnatul currently costs around 3.4, 3.9 divine orbs, and a flawless Ulnatul's breachstone costs 7 divine orbs. So you would make profit by just using this on this and then selling it for 7 or 7.5 divine orbs. Additionally, I checked PoE Ninja to find out what gems are worth leveling up to make some extra currency. I found that Herald of Ash currently sells for 90 Chaos Orbs, and Flame Dash were the best ones to level up. So I bought a bow and a quiver with sockets. I can highly recommend you guys do the same if you want to make some extra currency. Just buy a regular bow with 6 sockets and buy the Maloney's Mechanism quiver so you have 9 sockets at your disposal. But you see, sometimes you need something that you can make money with without grinding. So I remembered a profitable flip from last league, Endless Darkness Divination cards. As you can see, the Endless Darkness Divination card here currently costs 5.6 to 5.8. Let's assume it costs 5.6. 5.6 times 9 is 50.4. And the Void Forges currently sell for 78 Divine Orbs. So you have a pretty good profit margin for just buying Endless Darkness Divination cards. It's a great flip. It worked for me last league and it worked for me this league. Sometimes when I sold the Void Forges, I made up to 20 Divines in profit. So it's a good strategy. Roughly after completing 2/3 of the challenge, I decided to farm Legion instead of Breach. This is my current Atlas tree. As you can see, I made some changes. I took out all the Breach nodes and replaced them with Legion nodes. I also decided to go for the 7th gate because I want to take Legion on the map device to guarantee an additional Legion encounter. The Scarabs more or less stayed the same. I still took either Rusted Sulfite or Gilded Reliquary Scarabs, Gilded Divination Scarabs, Gilded Harbinger Scarabs, Polished Legion Scarabs. The sections changed quite a bit though. I decided to add an additional Gloom Shrine to my maps so that my clear speed would be improved. The maps contain additional Legion encounter. That goes without saying. Harbingers in your maps drop additional currency shards. that stayed, of course, because I kept harbingers. Here I wasn't so sure. I personally felt that with the current league mechanic, if you have too much juice on the map, it is too risky to take this, because the monsters already take reduced damage, and with this compass have 100% more life, and sometimes I wasn't able to complete the maps. So instead of this, I decided to go for this. The rare maps contain 5 additional rare monster packs. One thing that I wanted to say though is I didn't swap to Legion because Breach was no longer profitable, but because I got bored of farming breaches and needed a change. So Legion is what I farmed until I reached a point at which I could afford a mirror. As you can see, nothing special happened here. I just picked a couple of solid currency making strategies that I enjoyed and grinded, because that is what counts in the end. Finding a strategy that makes good currency is easy nowadays. There are a lot of content creators or websites that will help you with that. Hardest part is sticking to it and putting in enough time to achieve the goal that you set for yourself.